That is a brute. There's the big old northern, 27-inch. Here, look at that, just ate it. Just gulped that rapper. It's a catfish. This is on the walleye pole. I was jigging off the bottom. That's exactly what it is. Alright, so this time we're out on the Mississippi going everywhere, up and down, trying to look for whatever may bite. Super hard bite. Super hard bite. Floating jig heads, regular jig heads, bottom balancing with the jig heads on the bottom, using floating jig heads. That's what we were catching stuff on below a dam. But we've been everywhere else, up and down the Mississippi, Wisconsin River. Everything's flooded. Every river is flooded. Just a big mess. Fish just ain't biting, so we just don't give up. We just keep going until we find something that will eventually bite. And that's what we ended up at. This one dam. Fished the prime time in the afternoon, and that was about it. We caught a few fish and saved kind of the day because we were kind of skunked all day long going up and down the river. But afternoon came in clutch right at prime time. Caught a walleye, caught a catfish, caught some rock bass. Everything flooded and hot weather, and there's nothing really going on, but just keep it at it. You'll eventually run into something that wants to bite. Alright, so this time out, very flooded Mississippi River. We're going spots to spot trying to find biting fish because it's such a horrible bite on this flooded Mississippi River. We found some biting fish underneath this dam. We were fishing off the wall using floating jig heads off the bottom, and then using normal jig heads for bottom bouncing, looking for walleyes. Enjoy the video of us on a very hard bite on the Mississippi River, flooded. We got something. I don't know what. I don't have a clue what it is. Only bite we had the whole day. And whatever it is, it's a catfish. It's a catfish. First catfish on a floating jig. I gotta get my net. Couldn't get the net out, get everything out of the net. We got a little catfish. Little channel, good eating. You hear that? It's growling at you. Channel catfish, nightcrawler, big. There's a bunch of nightcrawler on a jig head. We are fishing the flooded Mississippi right now. Flooded. I don't know. We'll see what happens with this video. We'll keep fishing, trying for a little bit of everything. And all of a sudden the lines went slack and we caught this guy. So catfish. Yeah, there it is. First fish of the day. Angry. I don't know if you can hear that. So there we go. Alright, see that? Them are giant waves because a pontoon with two mud motors came in here and had to just come in here and rip for whatever dumb reason. I don't know. Just had to. Just, you know, nothing else to do, I guess. The fish ain't really biting, but we're out here trying anyway, trying to get something. It's almost 90-degree weather in April. It brings out all the crazies. Hey, you can hear that boat, that pontoon now, ripping it again. What do we got here now? What is that? A rock bass. A nice one too. This is on the walleye pole. I was jigging off the bottom. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. There we go. Walleye now. Let's go. Well, I was thinking, I don't think it's going to be an eater. I think it's a butterbacker, but I'm going to have to go get the measure and officially measure this guy, because what I didn't bring it with. So I'm going to throw him in the live well for now. And then if he ain't big enough, we'll have to release him. And I don't think he's going to be big enough, but we got to check. Just makes 15. So that walleye, I wasn't expecting really to catch anything because all of the Mississippi's been for the last how many weeks. It's just been completely horrible and the water just keeps going up. Really, really hot weather. Over 80 degrees today, April. And I was doing this, using the bottom, bouncing it off the bottom, just letting the jig hit the bottom and lifting it up, letting it hit, just kind of bouncing back to you. And all of a sudden that thing started fighting back. I was like, oh, that must be a fish. Some guy on the shore over there is saying there's a big fire somewhere in Wisconsin. Hopefully everyone's safe. This is what I caught that walleye on, just bouncing it on the bottom, probably right under an ounce with a stinger hook. Nightcrawler, the whole nightcrawler. So get that re-rigged up and see if we can catch a couple more. So up and down the whole river. Been to Wisconsin. Wisconsin is the same way. It's completely flooded. Completely. The highest we ever seen it. So we didn't catch nothing there. These fish just ain't biting. I caught that walleye and never got a bite since. Not on the off the bottom with the floating jig head. Nothing. Just quiet. I thought we would maybe start catching walleyes. I thought that was a sign. The sun is going down, and it's like everything kind of changed. There's like nothing floating in the water now. Fish are starting to bite. It's that prime time hour, but it's like the thing is there was it just was just so dirty, flooded stuff everywhere, and now it's like it's all cleaned out. The water got a little cleaner. I don't know. It's just weird. Just weird. But catching some fish, so. Yeah, as you can see, the sun is down. It's only getting darker now. Them guys along the shore there, they're starting to catch some walleyes. 4 of them so far, but they're all small, no keepers. Alright, so floating jig head, a foot away from the floating jig head. I got two slip shot, pretty big ones to keep it on the bottom and let that jig head just float up a foot. And then we got that pink solid jig head for bottom bouncing it for the one walleye we caught on there. And we caught the catfish on this floating jig head with the rock bass. 10 pounds for the walleye pole, and then the poles that I'm sitting on the bottom hoping for a perch. That's 6 pounds. So that's what I was using. And had to remember the net, because if you don't bring the net, that's when you catch the big ones. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Well, not a single bite now for the longest time since we caught that walleye. Thought they would start biting. No, just nothing. Heading out. This is our attempt. When the fish aren't biting, you just keep driving, you keep looking, you don't give up. Sooner or later you'll run into something that wants to bite. We're going home with a couple, a catfish that ain't too big. Just a eater right over 15 catfish, and then a walleye right at 15. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you can get out there. Be careful with this flooded waters and hopefully catch some fish. Good luck. See you till next time.